So thank you to Paul Hand and Steve Peterson. I'm Jill Clark alongside Jesper Larsen. And as you can see, after that thrilling men's singles, an hour and 10 minutes of pulsating badminton with Chou Tien Chen of Vietnam, the bronze medalist from 2 years ago in Guangzhou, safely through to round number 2. We've got men's singles coming up next with the number 6 seed, Chou Tien Chen, against the former world junior champion. Then we turn our attention to women's singles and then women's doubles. Of course, this day one of action here at the 22nd staging of the World Badminton Championships that started 38 years ago in Melbourne in 1977. I'm not sure Jesper Larsen can remember back that far. Well, you probably were just a youngster.
I was quite young at that time, yes.
So, of course, with men's singles coming up next, we've got the number 6 seed, Chou Tien Chen of Chinese Taipei against the former world junior champion, Zulfadli Zulkiffli. And, of course, the Malaysian, one of only 2 Malaysians here this year, of course, a former finalist Lee Chong Wei, the other. Now, as you can see, this is the second quarter of the draw, and down the bottom, well, if you were with us earlier, you'll have seen that Tommy Sugiarto, bronze medalist, of course, in Copenhagen, number 15 seed this year, safely through in 2 straight games against the gold medalist from the recent European Games in Baku. And of course, Tommy Sugiarto's opponent in the second round will be Wei Nan. Now, he made hard work, but all credit to Howard Shu. You called that match, I know you did, and enjoyed that one very much indeed. So, of course, Chou Tien Chen must be a favourite as far as the players are concerned. There he is, leading out the 2 men in the blue shirt there, and he's fresh from very good form in the Chinese Taipei Grand Prix Gold event. Lost in the final to the reigning world champion Chen Long in Taipei, but in the semi-final he disposed of the 5-time former world champion Lin Dan. So Chou Tien Chen really is coming into these world championships in terrific form. As far as this young man, Zulfadli Zulkiffli of Malaysia, well, his very first world for this man. This will be his 3rd world championships. And of course, in Copenhagen, he reached the quarter-final stage. So he's vastly experienced as in comparison to his opponent of today. So our umpire, his first duty. So it'll be the Malaysian nearest to us. But let's start with the number 6 seed. Number 6 in the world ranking. In fact, enjoying his 6th week in total at a career high number. His win-loss record for the year, well, he's played 11 tournaments, and as I was saying, a beaten finalist in Taipei. And I was telling you that he lost in the final. To mention that, of course, he beat the number 2 seed here at the World Championships in the quarterfinal stage in Taipei, and that, of course, is Jan Jorgensen. So he's a man in a good form, there's no doubt about that. And there was a little bit of controversy regarding this man, the 22-year-old born in Los Angeles. His father was coaching in the United States of America. He's now living in Kuala Lumpur. He's an independent player. He was invited to join the Badminton Association of Malaysia national team, and he declined the invitation. Currently, like his opponent, at a career high, but his career high went ranking, as you can see, 38 his win-loss record of the year, semi-final at the Russian Grand Prix Gold event. That, incidentally, is the third semi-final in the Russian Open in 4 years. It's an event he must enjoy very much indeed. This will be the first meeting between these two players. So no form to go by of previous matches. Our umpire from Mr. Chiappini, and our service judge, Paul Buffer from England. So always nerve-wracking, I guess, for a player playing in their first ever World Championships. Jesper, it's an event that all players desperately want to do well in.
I definitely think so, and especially here in Indonesia. I think everybody would love to go and play World Championships in Senayan, so I think he's looking forward to this.
Gentlemen, on my right, Zulkiffli, Zulfadli, Malaysia. And on my left, Chou Tien Chen, Chinese Taipei. Chou Tien Chen to serve, level, play.
So the number 6 seed, Chou Tien Chen, far side of the court. And immediately, in the very first rally, shows his physicality. He really is a wonderful mover around the court. Very powerful legs, smooth in his movement.
1-0.
That's a nice shot looking thing. It's going to be very important that he gets up at the net and he takes charge of the net game.
Oh, my goodness, that was a loose serve, wasn't it? And that's gone wrong. Now, if you weren't with us early in the day, Jesper was telling us about the drift, and it was a little bit difficult to work out initially, but I think the drift, the shuttle is flying faster coming to us as we look down on the court, which is coming towards Zulkiffli. Yeah, here we are. So the shuttle's coming quicker towards us as we're looking down, and I think going from left to right.
That's true, yeah, exactly. That one there was going out actually, but he decided to take it, and that would have been out.
Now, Jesper, I need to ask you about Zulkiffli, because I've mentioned former world junior champion, won that title in Taipei in 2011, beat Victor Axelsen in that final, and of course Victor Axelsen had won the world junior championship the year before in Guadalajara. You look at how the two men have progressed, and Victor Axelsen has been in Super Series tournament finals. A year ago he was bronze medalist at the World Championships. And I don't want to sound negative, because I think this young Malaysian has huge talent, but it hasn't come through as quickly as the man he beat in the final of those World Junior Championships. To me, that's a little disappointing.
Yeah, I think one of the big differences is that I know how hard Victor has been working to receive or to get his results, and I'm not sure that the Malaysian has done exactly the same footwork, to be honest. It doesn't seem like he is as strong and as fit as the top players in the world. So I think that's where he really needs to do something.
Yeah. Just wide.
Yeah. The wind almost got that one and took it back into the court. So that's how much drift there is. If it's slow shots, then the wind will even take it more when it's a side wind.
Demonstration of the drift, just wide.
The Malaysian is doing well right now. He's just making Chou. He makes all of the work, and he also makes all of the mistakes. So right now he's doing well.
Mistake. Well, I have to say I'm a little surprised about the start of this match. All right, Malaysian is doing well, but I have to say that I think in the mix there is this man's looking a little bit nervous to me, the 25-year-old from Taipei.
He still needs to get started. You're definitely right. He's making a lot of mistakes compared to what he usually do.
Yeah.
I think he's a little insecure. Funny to see that the match before they were all playing the best on the side over where he is, but he doesn't like having the wind in the back, it seems like.
11-3, interval.
Oh, this is extraordinary. An 8-point advantage at the mid-game interval for Zulkiffli. Yeah, and he's desperately trying not to hit long of the back line. Chou Tien Chen is actually hitting very short. That was a short lift. Now, I know he's coached by his father. But this is not the start that the number 6 seed wanted.
120 seconds. 120 seconds. Thank you. Thank you.
So 11-3, the advantage to Zulkiffli.
Second game. Bubble. 11-3. Play.
That's just wide as well.
1-3.
Oh, missed it. That was an absolute sitter.
12.
Well, he desperately needs a little run of points right now, does the man from Taipei.
He does, yeah, and he doesn't look very confident. He looks very insecure, and right now I think what he started doing is just to play some rallies and get into the game, see if he can get his game started. But he's not moving. It's kind of frozen a little bit, and
Is that the nerves?
I think so, yes. I
Yeah.
think so, yeah. So now he's trying to play safe, but unless he starts working with his legs, then it won't be safe because he will still make mistakes.
Oh, my goodness me.
I think that says it all, doesn't it?
Well, that is absolutely extraordinary. Well, pressure is a funny old thing. You know, we talk about it all the time in sport, and I suppose some of the things that define and separate the champions from the contenders is being able to deal with the pressure. In my book, he was one of the favourites coming in because he played so well in Taipei. But that was sheer nerves.
But I also also think that probably also in his own head he was one of the favorites coming into this tournament, and to begin with he hasn't really coped with that. I still think that he's going to win this match, but it's going to take much more than he expected.
Yeah. It's interesting. Indonesian Open, just a couple of months ago, he lost in the first round to a qualifier, Jonathan Christie. So his style of play, we talk about it a lot, don't we, about, you know, if there's windy conditions, what sort of player manages to deal with that. He will have perceived as a bad result at the Indonesian Open, maybe affecting him as well.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to it. There's also, usually he's playing against top ones. And it's maybe more difficult for him to create the game when he's playing that are ranked far below him.
That's a good point. But let's not take anything away from the Malaysian. He is playing well at the moment. Oh, that's well taken. My goodness me.
He is playing well, and he hasn't really used a lot of energy either. So, you know, the Taipei guy, he needs to start working, and he needs especially to make Zulfadli work, because if this is not getting any tougher, then he will come into the second set with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and this opening game, of course, it's beyond him, but you know, I'd like to see him play himself into the match a bit more. And that last rally to me is just, oh, I can't win this opening game. Now that's the sort of shot will help his confidence.
He's hoping for his coach the difference in the break.
Game.
Well, opening game.
First game won
Would you
by
believe it?
Zulfadli 21-5.
21-5. Well, that is absolutely astonishing. I wouldn't have predicted that, not in a month of Sundays. Beautiful, beautiful shot from Zulfadli Zulkiffli. So game number one done in double quick time, just 12 minutes. And the number 6 seed is in trouble. 21-5 the scoreline. Well, yes, but you've seen badminton from many sides now. Top player, world #1 in men's doubles, former European champion, national coach in Denmark. What do you say to a player who's one of the favourites, seeded? They've just had a disastrous opening game. Of course you say, okay, forget it. You know, now we start. But there's got to be something beyond that. Tactically, is there anything that you would say to change right now?
I would definitely try to boost his confidence with saying or telling him that he is getting on the other side now. He has the win against him. It's easier to control the shuttle. And in that way, he might be a little more calm about not making mistakes. And I think that's what's wrong with him right now, is that he's really afraid of making mistakes, and he's afraid of no matter what he does, then it will end up in a mistake. So I think you need to boost his confidence. It doesn't really help arguing with him or that he's done bad. They just need to look forward, and but especially they need to get his feet moving. He's just not moving at all.
So here we go with game number 2. Zulkiffli having won that in just well, number 6 seed. Missed it. Of course, this Malaysian, there was a little bit of controversy over his selection. Of course, Malaysia were in the very difficult position because the former world #1, Lee Chong-wei, his ranking had dropped so low that they were only allowed 2 players. And in fact, this man was selected in front of Chong Wei Feng, And there was one or two raised eyebrows about that. But quite frankly, the way he played that opening game, he's more than justified that selection.
You can say so, yeah. I think in Malaysia, it's very much about building up the team again. It's about believing in the youngsters and moving the youngsters forward. And that is probably also what has happened in this case.
Nicely done. Well, he was hitting the headlines again last week as well, was this young Malaysian, because the director of performance, Morten Frost, was saying that he doesn't have any chance of winning a medal, and the Malaysian newspapers latched on to that, and Morten Frost was saying he's not of a standard yet to be challenging for medals. I thought that was a fair comment. There are very few players, I look down the draw of 64, that I see are challenging for medals. I did think that the number 6 seed, Chou Tien Chen, I thought this man was challenging for medals, and yet the Malaysian press sort of took that in a negative way. I thought that was just being realistic from Morten Frost.
I think Morten is a very realistic man, and he's not making predictions about medals if he really doesn't believe in it. And I think it's also a fair comment, even though he won this first set and he has played really well. I'm still also of the same thoughts as Morten is.
Yeah. Challenger for the future?
It all depends. I don't think he can stay outside of the training and then become one of the best in the world. I think he needs practice every day against very good players to get the level that he needs. And I also think he needs somebody to push him.
That's fascinating. So in your opinion, it's about sparring as well and having good practice partners, especially in the men's game. I guess for the women's singles players, my mind's immediately thinking of Carolina Marin, the defending champion in the women's singles. She doesn't have sparring partners of her standard of women's singles, but it's much easier for her because you can get one of the young boys, up-and-coming boys, that would be her level. But in men's singles, you're saying you cannot do it on coaching alone. You need the sparring.
That's at least my belief.
Yeah.
But you're right. They are playing.
Yeah.
But in my head, there's also some doubt about players being coached by the parents, because I don't think the parents are able to push them as hard as a coach from the outside is.
6-5.
That's another interesting subject. I can see we're going to have a lot of debriefs on a cup of tea at night at the end of the day, you and me, Jesper. Oh, it's come back. Oh, I thought that had come back in.
It looked like it.
Goodness me, it's called out.
But no challenge.
No challenge. And of course, we do have Hawkeye here. 2 challenges allowed for each. Oh, no, that's lovely. Oh, here we are.
Zulfadli.
Always get excited. Hawkeye. By the line judge, I have to say that my initial reaction was it was a good call, but we'll wait for Hawkeye to adjudicate.
I also believe that one was in, but it's hard to see from up here.
Yeah. And this is quite a crucial time, actually, isn't it, within the match? I sort of feel if the Malaysian was to get a 3 or 4 point advantage, then psychologically the number 6 seed, Chou Tien Chen, would maybe struggle a little bit. So this is vital. Now, Hawkeye, where are you? Here we go. Yes, we were both right, Jesper. Was in. Good call, line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful. Service over. 6-7. Flicking, 1 challenge remaining. Okay.
taking it well at the net is the Malaysian.
He's really playing well. I see the under from his own serve. He has a little difficulty in the short serve, but when Chung is serving that time.
Wide.
That is right. That's exactly what the drift does.
Now I'm just watching rally, Jesper, and thinking about what you were saying earlier. There was no question in that rally that this man was moving his feet better. He was moving a lot better. So it's saying to me that now he's relaxed enough that he can move his feet. Tactically, he needs to try and do something a little different.
Yeah, you're right, but I still think that, for example, if he has confidence, then he wouldn't go for the line. He would just lift it and then maybe be 20 centimeters inside the line and so, and that's still, he's still not confident enough to just play the shots.
Nice reactions. Oh. Are we sensing a change in momentum? Too early to say at this moment, I think, but oh, that's a lovely net shot, forcing a short lift, and it got what it deserved.
That was very important for Zulkiffli because I think the match would have disappeared if he wouldn't have won that rally. Chou was starting, if you noticed, when he was serving, he went up very fast and wanted the game to go on, and he was ready now.
Oh, good net exchange. Me. Tight. What a lift. Oh, he's missed it.
11-10, interval.
Well.
Look at the body language there.
Yeah, that's not good, is it? Disappointment, because Zulfadli Zulkiffli has the advantage, albeit just one solitary point here in the second game, but he's already one game to the good. Yeah, you're right about the body language. And it's so unusual for Chou Tien Chen. He's one of the nicest people you'll meet. I don't know if you've ever chatted to him. His English is very good. And he's an absolutely delightful character. But he needs to dig deep here, dig deep. Standard that we know.
No, he's not there yet, but I still think that he's gonna come through in this match. I just have this feeling in my stomach, but let's see. So Zulkiffli is really doing well.
That's landed in. That's another demonstration of the drift we've been talking about. Holds up that far side of the court as we all look down on the court. Oh, that's... He couldn't have heard you, could he? All of his net shots there, back to court, not going at all.
Now is Malaysian. The power in his smashes isn't the same anymore as in the beginning of the game. He was killing it in the beginning, but it seems like he just took 5 or 10% out. Maybe he's getting a little tired, and it isn't that easy killing it anymore for him. I'm saying, and then he does.
The curse of the commentator.
Very good flick serve.
Given the fact that the opening game, Zulfadli was attacking play, now that Chou Tien Chen is the other end of the court, should he be more aggressive? More attacking play?
Yeah, I don't know. I think if he takes too many chances and attacks too much, I think he will start making mistakes again. So I think that's also the reason why he's not taking chances.
Okay.
13 all. 14-13.
This really is a crucial phase of the match, isn't it? Each and every point at the moment, absolutely crucial. Missed it. Did everything right in that rally, apart from the final shot. And once again, look at the reaction, look at the body language.
I think he believed himself that he actually deserved to win that rally because he did everything right, and he was using the wind against him to make some pressure lift. And
so 14 all. Good net exchange again, and surely the seeded player from Taipei from this near side might start using the back of the court a bit more, because it's unlikely to go long.
It is unlikely, yes, and the Malaysian has really showed some good net game, so maybe he shouldn't challenge him up there.
Well, both players allowed to have a little towel down, recompose the thoughts. Well, it's crunch time for the seed.
14.
It really is. Oh my goodness, I didn't like that. Is he all right?
No, I don't think anything happened.
14.
Foot slipped. Hopefully no damage done, but that won't help the confidence.
No, that was also a strange shot to go for. I think it was a very good lift, and he wasn't really behind the shot when he took the chance.
No, but that right leg.
He plays good. It's still not right, and that really doesn't have the confidence, and he's not in balance.
Oh, that's well taken. My goodness me. I wasn't the first one to come back.
15. 16.
Yeah. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Zulkiffli commanding the net position.
16.
How on earth did he get that back? Brilliant. Launching himself towards the net in an effort to play that winner.
It's okay. Play on. Play on. It's okay.
Oh, will that be the decisive rally?
That definitely gave him some confidence. That's the first kill he had for maybe 15 rallies, I think. So,
well, are we going to see the first major upset at these World Championships. Three points away from beating the number 6 seed. Yeah, there's the Malaysian winning the net play again. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, super. Well, there you go. Of course, the commentator again, as soon as I said the Malaysian was winning the net play.
He was, this time, Chou really got high at the net and was playing it very well.
Look at that.
It's understandable that it's hard to call for the umpire.
Yeah, desperately close. 17-18.
Service 19-17.
Well, the seeded player, he's got to dare to win, because if he continues, his first turn in doing, he's been doing.
He still needs to take away the net as he's done attack and hopefully go.
Well, called just wide. There's a challenge here, and this could be crucial. It's his second challenge. His first challenge was unsuccessful. And once again, Hawkeye is asked to adjudicate. And if the challenge is successful, of course, it's match point opportunities to this young man from Malaysia.
I didn't really see it, but it looked very close, so it's understandable that he's taking the chance. I'm pretty sure that he needs to win in 2 sets if he has to win this match. So so why not try it?
Yeah. Here we go. Oh my goodness! Wide by a whisker.
Challenge unsuccessful.
What a call by the line judge. So 19 all.
19 all.
Who's got the nerve?
Zulfadli, 0 challenge remaining.
There's still a lot of work to do for both of them.
Yeah. So good in his attack that you've been pointing out, and then at a crucial moment, a wild one. And it means it's game point opportunity for the number 6 seed Chou Tien Chen to level this first round match at 1 game apiece. Oh, that's well saved. Well saved indeed. It's only 20 all, and we require extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin.
Against the wind, he can push those lifts much harder than he does. Like, he just lifts them soft up, and it's too easy for the Malaysian to get underneath the shuttle and hit it.
And it means that Zulfadli Zulkiffli of Malaysia has a match point opportunity to put out the number 6 seed. He's done it! The first major upsets of these World Championships And the number 6 seed, Chou Tien Chen, has been beaten by the 22-year-old Malaysian Zulfadli Zulkiffli.
22-20.
Umpire just confirming the score, 21-5, 22-20. And what a result for the Malaysian. Totally justifying his selection for these World Championships. 38 minutes and heartbreak and heartache for the number 6 seed who came to Jakarta seemingly in such good form, having reached the final of his home Grand Prix gold event. Of the score, 21-5, 22-20, and Zulkiffli is through to round 2. The first major upset, I guess, on our court number 1 here at the 22nd World Badminton Championships. See, when inspired Zulfadli Zulkiffli of Malaysia. Next up is women's singles, and then attention to women's doubles after. So after Malaysia, the Malaysian in the women's singles, against and the Italian. Well, interesting background because she was born and used to play now representing Italy. Cicconini against Tijing-E. In action here in Istora Senayan. And Jesper, it's a stadium that I loved and I hated. It was so hot in our day. We didn't used to have air conditioning in this stadium, as we get to see the draw here. And of course, the match we're about to watch, they're fighting for the right to play against the defending champion, Carolina Marin of Spain. Number 16 seed, the home favourite, Maria Phoebe Kusumastuti, safely through, as indeed is Pei Po of Chinese Taipei. Yes, Istora Stadium. I used to love the atmosphere, but I used to hate the pain because it was so hot and humid. I used to come off court absolutely exhausted, but I'm sure you've had your experiences here as well.
Yeah, I remember playing here also. I think the atmosphere is absolutely brilliant, and it's just great fun playing in here, and all of the players that I've spoken to are just looking so much forward to playing here.
Yeah. Iconic venue as far as badminton is concerned, as our players come onto court for the next of our matches. Women's singles, Tijing-E of Malaysia up against Janine Cicconini of Italy. Is the Italian grandfather, and it's an Italian sounding name as well, even though she was born and raised in Switzerland and represented Switzerland for many years. Also trained in Denmark. You probably know her quite well, don't you? And then moved to train at the training centre in Germany, in Saarbrücken. And then in March last year, moved to represent Italy in future badminton. So an interesting character, been around for quite some time. Cicconini, 28 years of age. Obviously an intelligent lady as well. She's studied or is studying to become a physiotherapist. After your workout in the gym this morning, you might need her assistance later on. You had a bit of a thrashing in the gym there, didn't you? It was a tough workout.
I think so, yeah. I probably need, there's not a spot that doesn't need treatment. I think she has half a year education.
Right.
It's right that I was actually coaching her for half a year or so in the badminton academy in Denmark.
Ah, fabulous. So we're going to really get the inside scoop on Cicconini. But let's start first of all with the Malaysian. T Jing-yi, 24 years of age, born in Penang. Currently 58 in the world ranking, but she has been as high as 28. In fact, spent a world ranking. Well, she played in Guangzhou at the World Championships 2 years ago. Lost in the first round in Copenhagen. She made it to the second round, where she lost to Carolina Marin, the eventual champion. So, as far as the Italian is concerned, well, 62 in the world ranking at the moment. She has been as high as 33, but that was back in 2010. Now, she's recently played the inaugural European Games in Baku in Azerbaijan, where she was the number 7 seed, but lost in the last 16. Now, for the Italian, this is her 7th world. It's her first. Go back 10 years to Anaheim in America in 2005. So our court officials from Indonesia, and is this semi-final in Brazil. So 9 tournaments, so enjoyed some success, a couple of quarter-finals as well. As far as T Jing-yi is concerned, she was a quarter-finalist at the Southeast Asian to the number 1 seed in Bangarankan in 2 straight games. But of course, I thought last year, 12 games, she was playing women's singles all the way through the team competition, where of course Malaysia won the gold medal. And I thought she handled that responsibility as number 1 Malaysian women's singles player extremely well, and she went on to reach the semi-final of the individual as well. But sadly, in the bronze medal playoff, lost that to PV Sindhu. So despite being a semi-finalist, walked away without a medal, which I always think is terribly sad.
On my right, Janine Cicconini, Italy. And on my left, T Jing-yi, Malaysia. Janine Cicconini to serve. Long ball, play.
So Janine Cicconini of Italy, nearest to us, getting this first round match underway against T Jing-yi of Malaysia.
Yeah, I actually spoke to Janine yesterday about her match, and she was, of course, looking forward to it, but I also think that she doesn't really believe she has a chance, and was just going to enjoy the environment and playing in Senayan, and I have also the Malaysian as a strong favorite.
Well, yeah, I was going to say the scoreboard was wrong. Now we're all right again. Oh, that was nicely done. So come on then, Jesper. Give us the rundown, the strengths, weaknesses, and the personality of Cicchinini.
But I think her strength is that she is relaxed and she's going to enjoy it and she's going to play her best. Her weaknesses is that she's not as strong physically as her opponent is.
Just expand on that for me, please, Jesper, when you talk about physically, as in she doesn't have the speed or she doesn't have the stamina, or a combination of the two?
Combination of the two. I think she was out for 1.5 years after playing for Switzerland, and she actually quit and didn't want to play anymore, and then she got the chance to come back and play for Italy and decided to do so. So I think she's actually only building up her form after having a pretty long break.
Yeah, absolutely. She didn't play any tournaments during 2013, not one. But last year, yeah, I was going to say she touched the net there. Well spotted by the umpire. Foul called. Last year, she won 5 titles. Now that is National, Mauritius International, Kenya, and Guatemala. So some of the international challenger events, and what a great way to come back. You're not trying to go straight into Grand Prix or Grand Prix Gold. Build up your confidence. I like that with a player coming back.
Yeah, and when she's going to such exotic places that she would actually be out of the draw fast. But
well, of course, TGE herself has had a funny career path in a way, and I don't mean funny as in amusing. She's had unusual. In November 2013, she resigned from the Badminton Association of Malaysia after they rejected her request to switch from women's singles to women's doubles. A couple of months later, Sonia Chia, who was the up-and-coming star of women's singles, as you know, had horrible Achilles injury, and I understand that things have gone wrong once again. So that's the 5th time I understand she's having to undergo surgery. We all certainly wish Sonia Chia well, and hope that we do see her back on the badminton court very soon. And that, of course, she was invited back to the National Federation. TGE, all of a sudden, all of the attention was given to her because she was the leading women's singles player, and she's thrived on it. I think she's improved dramatically.
Yeah, but that happens in many countries, I think, that when the #1 disappears in one way or another, then the next one will take over and take some responsibility.
7-6.
You should think, though, that in a country like Malaysia that you could actually have 2 players and also have attention for both of the players.
8-6.
Well, very businesslike in the way she got ready to serve there, TGE. And misses that one.
Serves over. 7-8.
That's right, that's drift there coming into play all the time. So aware about it as a player. All of your shots have to be adjusted accordingly. I think that might have gone wide too. That's a nice smash though from Cicchinini.
Janine has very good shots when she gets behind the shuttle and also techniques at the nets. She can definitely do something. Her problem is that when the opponent moves her around too much, then she doesn't get behind the shots, and then she starts making mistakes.
Oh, that's a nice drop. Oh, that's clever too.
That is the good techniques.
Service over.
You taught her that one, did you?
9-10.
Too modest. Super.
Play left.
But I think Chi would do herself a favor if she was to play a little more rallies. Like, I think very often she has had Janine out of balance, and then she goes for the shot instead of just keeping on playing the rally.
So the advantage with Ti Jingyi, just 1 point advantage here at the big game interval. Hendrowan, her coach, of course, he won the World Championships in Seville in 2001. Beats... Who did he beat in the final?
Peter Gader.
Peter Gader. See, I can't catch you out. OK. Here's my little quiz question, my first quiz of the week for Jesper Larsen. Best Malaysian in the women's singles. And where did they get to?
So, and that was
best Malaysian in the women's singles of the World Championship.
How far they got in the top guess quarterfinal.
Who?
Okay, Jingyi ready.
What was her name? P? No, I can't remember.
I'm going to give you until the change of ends to think about it.
Can I use my computer?
No, you can't. That's cheating.
Then I think I'm going to be guessing for a year or so.
No, no, no.
Ready?
Good women's singles list so far.
Play.
And that's reflected in the score. Just 1 point in it. Delightful.
That's also the first time that she didn't go for the full smash, but just made a drop shot instead. And that was a clean winner.
Oh, I like that too. Previous rally, round the head smash. Well, half smash, as you pointed out, was across court that time, straight down the line. I like that variation.
And that also is very hard for the opponent to tell, so, yeah.
Yeah, good play. Yeah, so too is that.
She has a few opportunities from this corner, and the Malaysian hasn't really seen all of them yet.
Did awfully well to control that, and that rounded in. Right idea, just going for the line too much.